So Likita, today we are going to discuss about the concept called what is audit strategy, planning and program.
Okay, sir.
So audit strategy, planning and program. Okay, now, so what is an audit strategy, what is an audit plan, and what is an audit program? If at all, practically, if you see Likita, you don't find any three different terms. Practically, we simply call it as audit program memorandum. We simply call it as audit plan. Simply, we will call it as audit plan. Or simply it is called as audit strategy memorandum. What is it also called as? Audit strategy memorandum.
Audit strategy memorandum.
Either it is called as audit planning memorandum or audit program memorandum or audit strategy memorandum. Practically, we use them interchangeably. We use them as synonyms. But if you see the standard, in this chapter, we are nothing but going to discuss exclusively entire SCA 300. The standard, if you observe, it uses three different terms in three different ways. If you observe, they have not defined what is audit strategy. They have not defined what is audit plan. They have not defined it. Whereas audit program, they defined partially. They defined with a mediocre definition, not exclusively. They defined normally while explaining it. They have not defined anything. In fact, if you see the SCA 300, it will not differentiate what is strategy, what is plan, what is program. It won't differentiate. If all the standard says exactly what is the difference, fine, it will be happy. We will be very happy. We can have more clarity. The problem in this chapter, what is that problem? I'll tell you now. Why I'm talking about why there is no meaning to it. What is the problem because of which I'll tell you. In this chapter, there are 6 concepts which are divided into 3 parts. What are the factors to develop? What are the factors to develop audit strategy? They'll ask this question. They have this question. What are the factors to develop audit strategy?
Audit strategy.
Again, what are the benefits of audit strategy? So, strategy, planning, and program. What are the factors to develop a plan? And what are the benefits of planning? Program, what are the factors to develop a program? What are the benefits of program? So, 6 different concepts they speak about combined relating to these 3. And the points given in this and the points given here and the points given are similar, not exactly same, but similar points they'll talk about. Here some plus or minus 2 points they'll be there. Here some plus or minus 2 additional points. Here plus or minus 2 additional points. And I'm telling you, Likita, the points whatever exclusively covered here are applicable even for planning and program.
Okay.
The points which are covered here are also applicable for here and here. In fact, you can apply that plan for everything. See, example, 1 point, what is there in common is, I'll tell you, audit strategy or audit plan or audit program, it will enable the auditor for proper conduct of audit, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This point is there in everywhere.
Yes,
but
sir.
Explained in different way. Now, because of this, students are confused. Sir, what answer to write for strategy? What answer to write for plan? What answer to write for program? Because suggested answer also gives different answer.
Yes.
Suggested answer also gives different answer. Advantages of strategy, advantages of plan, advantages of program, also same concept. Examples are same, the points are same, but the way they explain the points is different.
Okay, sir.
Getting the point? So that's the problem in this chapter, which everyone faces. That's why. So now I'm going to explain all the points exclusively with strategy, plan, program, everything I'll explain. Finally, we will club.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, so sir, what is the difference? If at all you have to give a difference, what point, how you will differentiate versus strategy versus plan versus program? How you will differentiate? If at all you ask me, how do you differentiate? Okay, SCA 300 did not differentiate. How you will differentiate? See, strategy, I can differentiate in the following ways. See, you can go compliance test based strategy, compliance procedure based strategy, where you will give more importance to control. Based on the control, your substantive procedures are decided. This is one strategy. Another
Okay, sir.
strategy, I will give less importance to control, but I will give importance. Controls, and I give more emphasis on substantive procedures.
Substantive
More emphasis on
procedures.
substantive procedures. So this is called substantive procedure based strategy. This is controls based strategy. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Control based strategy means, are we ignoring substantive procedure?
No, sir.
No, we are giving less importance. Substantive procedure based strategy means, are we ignoring controls verification?
No, sir.
No, we are verifying controls also, but less importance.
Less importance.
Strategy, we give importance to another aspect. In this strategy, we give importance to another strategy. Whatever it is, what points you consider while developing overall audit strategy? Do you understand now? Strategy means audit strategy, overall audit strategy. Overall audit strategy can be two ways, according to my understanding: compliance based strategy, substantive procedure based strategy. Remember, this differentiation is not given anywhere. That is something which I discovered based on understanding.
Okay, sir.
Don't find this point anywhere in the study material, anywhere in the SCA 375 paragraphs, around 70 plus paragraphs are there. You don't find anywhere. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
What points you consider? If someone asks me, Harsha, which strategy are you following? I just tell, depending upon the organization client, which strategy I'll follow. Which strategy? Should I go with compliance-based strategy or substantive-based strategy? What are the factors that I consider? So if someone asks me what points I will look into, what are the points that I will look into? Just a minute. So the points that I will look into is, first of all, I will understand what is the characteristics of engagement. What is meant by characteristics of engagement? We have a separate question on that. Question number 2. What is the expected audit coverage? Expected audit coverage means, am I only doing audit under company sector? Am I doing audit under income tax law? Or am I doing audit under GST law?
GST.
What is the expected?
Yes, sir.
Or am I doing audit for the entire company? Am I principal auditor? Or am I doing audit only for the branch? If so, number of branches and locations of branches to be included. What is the nature of business? Which business the company engaged in? Do I need to go for specialized knowledge? The knowledge which I should have when I'm doing pharma company audit is different when I'm doing audit of telecom company. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, I am the auditor for this company from last year. In fact, last year also I am the auditor. Previously, I have obtained some evidence. How far that evidence I can use? Example, I have last year risk assessment related, controls related idea. I already did controls extensive coverage in the last year. This year I did not check controls so extensively. This year I'll focus more on substantive procedure. Substantive procedure. So yes, sir. Called characteristics of engagement. Do you understand? Yes, sir. So that's the first point which I consider while determining overall audit strategy. I will decide characteristics of the engagement. I'm accepting this contract now. I'm accepting the client contract now for audit. What are the characteristics? Yes. Are you clear? Yes, sir. Next. Second one, what I will understand. I'm only telling you priority point. This is the first priority, the second priority. Then I will understand. I need to look nature of procedure. I need to perform. Timing. When should I perform? What is the time limit I have? And what are the resources that I need to conduct this audit? I need 10 article assistants. And I need 2 chartered accountants. And I'm one engagement partner who I will sign the report. So I need to consider resources to perform this work. Are you clear? Yes, sir. Another one, third one, consider the result of preliminary engagement activities. What are preliminary engagement activities? There is a question on this, In old scheme also, they asked about a straight question. Explain what are preliminary engagement activities as per SCA 300. What are preliminary engagement activities as per SCA 300? What are preliminary engagement activities? If you look at SCA 300 standard, I gave it in standards material. Preliminary engagement activities means what? I gave in standards material. There you will get the answer. What is there in the standard? The following are the preliminary engagement activities. First of all, give me a translation of preliminary engagement activities. What is meant by preliminary engagement activity? At the beginning of the audit, whatever I conduct, whatever activities I performed at the beginning, while accepting. Preliminary means what? After accepting the audit or before accepting the audit generally? Before accepting the audit. Beginning of the audit acceptance. At the time when I'm accepting audit, what are the activities that I've seen? What is the result of those activities? What is the result you got? What confirmation you got? What idea you got when you are accepting the audit? Take that result. That's what they say here. consider result of preliminary engagement activity. When you are deciding overall strategy, look at what understanding you have at the time when you are talking to the client, at the time when you are accepting with the client. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
What points? Perform audit procedures given under SA 210. What they say? Perform audit procedures given under SA 210. What is there in SA 210? Engagement letter.
Issue of engagement.
On terms of engagement.
Engagement. Yes, sir.
Second one, perform specific audit procedures mentioned under SA 220 with relation to acceptance and continuation of client relationship. Before you accept a client, before you continue with an existing client, what points that you will consider? Sir, before I accept a client, I will check the integrity of the management. I will check the relevant ethical requirements. I will check the necessity of resources, time, manpower, all that. Only then I'll accept the client. Only then I'll continue with my existing client. When you are verifying this, you would have got some answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Consider that answer, result of preliminary engagement activity. When you are giving engagement letter to the client would have spoke to you certain terms and conditions. Consider terms and conditions result.
Yes, sir.
Third one, relevant ethical requirements. Look at the ethical requirements. Are you independent? Are you objective? Getting it? So what is the level of independence that you got? How confidentiality you can be maintained? All the ethical requirements you check. So from that, whatever the idea you got, that idea also you consider. This is preliminary engagement activity. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
In case you are first time doing the audit, communicate with previous auditor. What is another preliminary engagement activity? Communicate with
previous auditor.
Predecessor auditor. You need to generally get NOC. Talk to predecessor auditor. What he is explaining about the company, consider that. These are all preliminary engagement activity. Now, whatever you did, when you are doing all this, you would have got some idea about the company, no?
Yes, sir.
That idea, that result, that idea, that view, please consider while developing your overall audit strategy. Do you understand?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
While developing overall audit strategy, look at the characteristics of the engagement. See, tell me, Likita, am I talking about purchases, sales and all?
No, sir.
No, I have not yet accepted audit. First, I'm deciding about strategy. Strategy means what? Holistic view, not component view. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear? So,
yes, sir.
Overall audit strategy means look at the terms and conditions, engagement, nature of business, scope of audit. Are you clear? Example, nature of business, number of locations to be audited, all that. Suppose, no, sometimes this alone they may be asking as a separate question. While considering overall audit strategy, auditor have to consider characteristics of engagement that define its scope. What are they? Explain. In such a case, you need to write second answer. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
This can be asked for 3 marks. What are the factors the auditor has to consider while developing overall audit strategy? This can be asked for 5 marks. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
4 or 5 marks. Any 4 points separate, that will be enough. Then after considering preliminary engagement activities, then consider this as a fourth point. Though order I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but whatever the order I am finalizing now, all of you please follow.
Okay, sir.
Getting it? So fourth.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I understood characteristics of the engagement. Okay, I'll accept. Preliminary engagement activities, everything positive. Timing, nature, extent of resources. Yeah, I'm having enough resources. Now look at the reporting objectives of the engagement. Now understand. Reporting objectives of the engagement. Reporting objectives of the engagement. Now, generally, when I hear this word, I generally get a point of reporting duties. What is it called as? Reporting duties under law and regulation. Reporting objectives of engagement is different from reporting duties under law and regulation. Tell me, Likita, we need to give report as per SA 700 series, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We need to cover all 143 section related provisions, right, in audit report. We need to cover CARO related requirements. All reporting duties under law and regulation. This one also you should consider. This one you should consider. In addition to that, reporting objectives of the engagement is also to be considered. What is reporting objectives of engagement? You know, actually speaking, if at all the standard have not defined anything, I assume this. But standard defined what is meant by reporting objective. What is meant by reporting objective as per SA 300, you know? As per SA 300, you know, it is not law and regulation related. It is not law and regulation related. What SA 300 says is periodically you need to report periodically. You need to report audit status. What is the status of the work to those charged with governance or management of the company,
Management.
as the case may be. Are you getting the point?
Yes,
Periodically
sir.
report. Here reporting means what? Daily reporting. What is it? Daily reporting, communication maintenance with top management of the company. Whenever you have queries, get it resolved from the management of the company immediately. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
And this question is exclusively asked for some 4 marks in November 2019 exam. News.
Okay, sir.
Ascertain reporting objectives of the engagement. Ascertain reporting objectives of the engagement to plan the timing of the audit and nature of the communications required. So they're talking about nature of the communications and planning the timing of the audit. Examples:
Yes.
what? Planning of audit meetings,
Planning of audit.
meetings with management, or timely communication with the management, all that. Sir, suppose what if this point alone is asked for 4 marks? I gave a third question. See here. While establishing overall audit strategy, the auditor shall ascertain reporting objectives of the engagement to plan the timing of the audit and nature of communication required. Explain what are they. See, the reporting objectives of the engagement team includes the reporting objectives of engagement team.
Engagement team.
The entity's timetable for reporting, such as interim and final stages. Example: when I should report, what management is asking. So management gave me 20 days for conducting audit. Management told us, sir, once in 5 days, please update the status of the audit.
Yes, sir.
Organization of meetings with the management and those charged with the governance to discuss nature, timing, extent of audit work. Before you start the audit, you have to discuss how many days you are going to do, what are all you are going to do, where and all you are going to do. All that you need to discuss with management.
Yes, sir.
So you need to organize a meeting with management and top management. I told you, Likita, many times. I told you many a times. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
I told you many a times, management means generally everyone. But if I say specifically top management, those charged with governance means top management.
Top management.
So what discussion with management, those charged with governance are expected. Timing of the reports to be issued, when and all you need to update them. What are the letters you are going to issue? Letter of engagement, MRL you should get, letter of engagement you should give, all that. This is deep
Yes,
point,
sir.
actually. This is deep point. Now, discussion regarding expected communications on status of audit work. Once in a while, you need to communicate them. What is the status? Still, how many days you need? You finished it 10 days. You still felt 15 days is required. Originally promised 20 days. Are 5 more days extra? You need to communicate. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is called reporting objectives of engagement. That's the 4th priority. Finally, 5th priority point in this is, see, to this company, you are suppose example, you are performing some other work already, some other engagements you are performing. What knowledge you gained on them? What knowledge you gained on them? That knowledge also you consider.
Okay, sir.
Understood, Likita? Example, sir.
Yes,
What is an example for this? See, suppose I'm actually an auditor appointed under Companies Act, company auditor. Getting it? Today, company
Yes, sir.
appointed me for tax audit also. Now, while planning my tax audit also, I need to design overall audit strategy.
Yes, sir.
All standards on auditing are applicable for tax audit, GST audit, normal company audit, whatever. But if it is company audit, financial statements objective will come. Otherwise, other
Yes.
objectives will come. Now, when I'm doing tax audit already I did know. Only tax point of view I need to check.
Yes,
What
sir.
knowledge I got while doing company audit, I will consider when planning for tax audit. Yes or no?
Tax audit. Yes,
It's the
sir.
same engagement partner. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So, what are the factors that you will consider while developing overall audit strategy? Characteristics of the engagement. Characteristics of the engagement. And then the nature, timing, extent of
Nature, timing,
resources necessary. Reporting objectives of engagement team regarding planning and timing of audit and communications required. Preliminary engagement activities related output result. And whatever knowledge I gained on other engagements, which I performed with the management, which I performed for management, that knowledge also will consider. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So regarding that, detailed questions are also explained. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, Likita, because of this overall audit strategy, because of forming an overall audit strategy, how it will help me? How it will help me if I think of all this? I can easily understand allocation of manpower, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
How allocation of manpower can be done, because I understood 10 members.
What areas to?
Once I know 10 members are required, now I need to allocate to audit areas.
Yes.
Based on how I will allocate, for senior complex works I will give. For juniors, easy works will be given.
Easy.
Example, in
Yes.
complex areas, experienced team will be assigned. Sometimes experts help may also be taken. Our company have oil reserves. Oil reserves valuation we cannot do. We need an oil engineer. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
And number of persons required, time allotted for each specific area, I can understand. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Expected date of starting of each specified area of audit, I can plan immediately. What is expected date? Actually, no, Likita, we will not have expected date. I'll show you now how audit plan looks like.
Okay, sir.
Just a minute. Yeah. So this is an audit plan. You see here audit plan. This we do at the beginning of the audit after performing risk assessment procedure.
Yes.
Okay. Now some company for financial year statutory audit, we are commencing on 10th June example. Expected date of completion is 15th July. This we don't know. We are only keeping expected date. This is the team member. Now this is our overall strategy. This is our overall strategy. First we will do risk assessment, then we verify opening balance, then we verify P&L items, then we verify balance sheet items, then we verify statutory areas, then we will verify final discussion with the top management and then deliver.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the plan? What is the plan? Risk assessment will be performed by X for 3 days. Getting it? What is program?
Yeah.
He has to verify this one also. This is program. If I give instructions also, no, it becomes a program. If there are no instructions, it is just a plan.
Plan.
If it is just only brief item, it is a strategy. Generally,
Strategy.
if you want me to define, I will define like this. Get it?
Okay, sir.
Now tell me, now Mr. Y will first work, Mr. Y will do opening balance. He will do for how many days? 2 days.
2 days.
Afterwards, immediately, what he will start? Revenue from operations, he will start. How many days? 3 days.
3 days.
Let us assume 10th June audit has been started. 2 days he will cover. 10th and 11th he will cover. 12th onwards, revenue from operations. No. What is the expected date of starting revenue from operations? Audit area? 12th of June.
Oh.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, because of the strategy plan program, am I able to identify expected date of starting of each specified area?
Yes, sir.
Accordingly, the team members shall be allocated. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Not only that advantage, because of strategy, because of plan, because of program, whatever, coordination, direction, supervision of resources, namely team members and time. I can easily coordinate the resource. Daily I will monitor.
Yes, sir.
According, or not only that, I will also plan team meetings. See, I'm an engagement partner. I told them 20 days audit. Will I go and verify after 20th day? I will verify periodically.
Pre-audit.
No. I have to verify my team members working periodically, or I should verify at the end of the audit straight away.
Periodically.
Exactly. Audit team meetings. Audit team meetings means all audit team members and all will come and meet. When and all it is to be held. Periodicity of the meetings to discuss, review, status of work performed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Location of these meetings. Where you will hold these meetings. On-site means, do you want to hold the meeting at the client premises or off-site? Do you want to call the team members to audit your office and then? These are all advantages of strategy. If you
Yes,
understand the strategy, these are all benefits you get. These are all only inclusive benefits. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
These are not exhaustive. They're not exhaustive. You can't define benefits exhaustively. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
This is regarding strategy, how to prepare it, what are the benefits therefrom. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. Now again, now they're talking about planning. Now they're talking about planning.
Planning.
So do you know, the same is strategy, the same is plan, the same is program. You go to any entity audit firm, Big Four you take, they will not have 3 documents, strategy document, plan document, program document, you won't find. The same document, single document only you'll find.
Okay, sir.
So what we did is, you see here, what are all we are going to cover for Tata Motors, you know, first we do risk assessment, which is completed in fact, because only after completing risk assessment, I will plan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, opening balance, profit and loss account, I will do vouching. Revenue from operations, other income, CGS, direct expense, employee cost, depreciation, direct remuneration, everything we will do just vouching. Balance sheet item, we will do observation, we will do inquiry, we will also inspect fixed asset, inventory, cash, bank, loans, investment, trade receivables, yes or no? And I told these are the persons, this is the target date, and I will have to take it on sample, what they need to specifically verify in that area. Debentures, in loans, reserves, surplus, who has to do, how much time I have to do, what they need to verify, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Statutory, yes, TDS I need to check. reconciliation I need to do. In fact, how much they paid, how much they have to pay, short paid or excess paid, all the reconciliation I need to do. 100%,
Yes.
not even sample. They need to check certain section compliances. Getting it? ITC,
Yes, sir.
state laws, regulations, local authority visits, all that they need to check. After
Yes,
doing all this, we will have some clarity, finally discuss with management, because now our team members will maintain audit notebooks. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Whatever the queries they have, they will note down. Pending
They'll
queries, we will talk with final management and we will form an opinion. Once you form an opinion, you felt everything is fine. What is the opinion you will form? Unmodified. Same thing you express in audit report. Obtain MRL, that should be at the beginning of the audit. Beginning of the audit, management have to give you a big declaration. What is their duty? What are all they did already? All that letter of engagement they should give. You should give them.
Yes.
Audit report you should give. Letter of weakness you should give, because when you're doing audit, you would have identified so many loopholes in the organization. Whatever you give them, it's a value addition or not.
Yes, sir.
And finally, you are having evidence collection, everything, soft copy, hard copy. You assemble the documentation. This has
documentation.
to be no.
Yes, sir.
Within 60 days from the date of audit report, that
From the
entire
date
team
of
has to do.
audit
2 days time limit is given. Entire team. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
And here we will just list out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all the names. They have to sign this. And they need to take a printout of this. They need to keep that printout in the physical box. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's it. That is plan. So an audit planning is an effective tool for proper conduct of an audit. Discuss various aspects. What points you will consider while developing the audit plan? What points I will consider? The auditor should plan his work to conduct the audit in an efficient and effective manner. Correct? No? Only
Yes,
when
sir.
I plan, I can easily execute it. What
Yes, sir.
points you will consider while developing this plan? Characteristics of engagement, nature of client business. Do you
Nature of
consider
client.
same thing? Instead of using that word, they said knowledge of client's business.
Okay, sir.
Auditor should have knowledge of client accounting system. Correct?
Yes, sir.
We are going little bit to detail. Audit should have the knowledge of internal control policies, procedures.
Yes, sir.
Auditor should understand how internal control system, how far we can drill.
Yes, sir.
Accordingly, auditor can decide nature, timing, extent
Nature,
of audit.
timing, and extent. Yes, sir.
Accordingly, he can coordinate the work.
Yes, sir.
You see, in overall audit strategy, this point is repeated. This, I mean, not this. These two are repeated, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
3 points repeated. Only 2 points are additionally given here.
Yes, sir.
Just a little more detail. They said knowledge of internal controls, knowledge of accounting system also you should have. Same points explained in different way. That's why I tell strategy, plan, program are one and same. Are you
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now tell me, plan should be continuously assessed. No, suppose I drawn a plan. Should I, as it is, fix it, or will I have to change it whenever necessary?
Whenever necessary, we need to change it.
It should be continuously assessed, revised whenever necessary during the course of the audit to ensure it is up to date. That's why the standard on 300 gives a statement. It's a proverb. There is a proverb. What? Planning is not a discrete phase of an audit, but rather a continual and iterative process. This was asked in May 2019 MCQ. Everyone was shocked. What is this sentence? We have never seen this sentence. Why? Because tough sentences will be eliminated from so many other books.
Yes, sir.
Other books and all diagram will be there. You understand diagram. You go to exam. You'll get the cinema. You'll just find a 3D show. Because whatever there in the question paper, you don't find in the whatever you have studied in other books. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Have you gave attempt previously?
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. So planning is not a, or else you would have taken last time classes. No, somewhere you would have taken, right? Have you seen all these points?
No, sir.
No, not in depth.
I mean, yes, sir.
So they just tell planning means 2 diagrams. They'll explain planning is so simple, Jujubi and all. They don't even show how a plan looks like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's the problem with the teaching at outside, many places. No practical teaching at all. Fine, anyhow. So planning is not a discrete phase. Tell me now, Likita. I mean, first I will do a plan. I will keep it aside. Then I will do everything else. Which means for me, planning is a separate phase. Is it correct? Or planning is a continuous process?
Planning is a continuous process.
Exactly. Planning is not a separate phase. It's not a discrete phase. Rather, it is a continual process. It's an iterative, repetitive process. It often begins, when it will begin, suppose I gave audit report already. Immediately, the next question, what client will ask, sir, happy audit report you gave. Next year we will start. Next year planning we will start. Immediately after completion of the previous audit, and until when planning continues, it will continue until completion of the current audit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This sentence is very important for true or false and MCQ. Planning is not a discrete phase. They will eliminate this not. Planning is a discrete phase of an audit, rather a continual and iterative process. False. Be clear.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Now again, they are given. Planning is a continuous process. Agreed. It's not a discrete phase. Rather, it's a continuous and iterative process. It often begins after completion of previous audit and completes only on current audit. It shall be reviewed periodically so that all new areas identified, if any, during the course of audit makes it up to date. Suppose,
Yes,
suppose Likita, I planned audit. I prepared a plan and went. When I'm doing audit in Godown on a surprise visit, I found scrap. Scrap verification is not there in my plan. Now I found scrap. Immediately I should add the new area, no?
Yes, sir.
Planning includes consideration of the following. Of course, law and regulation I'll consider. I should also apply analytical procedure. I should consider
Analytical
materiality.
procedures.
I need to check whether expert assistance is needed. I need to perform risk assessment. Of course, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Instead of this, no, planning considers previous question you can write. What are the points you will consider in planning? This answer you can write.
Okay, sir.
Next. Now, because of planning, you have some benefits. What benefits you have? It helps the auditor to focus and attend to on the important areas. Correct? No?
Yes, sir.
It helps the auditor to identify and resolve potential problems
Potential.
in high risky areas.
Yes, sir.
It helps the auditor properly organize and manage the engagement team so that it is performed in an efficient manner. This is called coordination of work. No.
Yes, sir.
Coordination point we have seen is strategy as well as plan. No.
Strategy.
So,
Yes, sir.
it will help in selecting engagement team member with appropriate level of capabilities. Same benefit is there also. No.
Yes, sir.
It helps in direction and supervision of engagement team members and review that same point covered. No, already overall
Same
strategy.
point. Yes,
It
sir.
helps in coordination of work done by other auditors. For
Coordination.
example, internal auditor, branch auditor, experts. This is some new point which is added. This
Yes.
in-depth, we will not consider while deciding strategy. This in-depth point we will consider when we are designing plan.
Plan.
But logically, practically speaking, we will not have three separate documents. We will not have three separate strategy, plan, program. We will not have such. Are you clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear or not now? Next.
Sir?
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, preparation of audit strategy, audit plan, or responsibilities of the auditor. Comment. Is it auditor responsibility or client responsibility? Preparing strategy plan and all.
Auditor's responsibility.
Sir, why are we discussing this point specifically? Like 2 minutes more. I'll just continue 2 minutes.